What if I told you there was money out there with your name on it and you had no idea about it? This video is about free money, and I'm very excited because it's 6 pages of really great info on where to find free money that you might be entitled to. And if you're new here, my name is Erin. This is called Empowered Aging, and the goal with this channel is to empower the second half of your life. To start off, I'm filming in my mom's backyard in California, which I thought would be very pretty, but there is a lot of ambient noise and a lot of stuff happening, so hopefully you don't mind the background too much. All right, starting off strong, these are real people, real stories in my life that I promise you they found this money, so I'm really excited about this video. Starting off with class action lawsuit settlements. Now there are a ton of class action lawsuits out there, and you could make as little as $5 to sometimes $500 or more, depending on the payout and the number of people who registered for them. But class action lawsuits, just to give you a rundown, class action lawsuits are companies settling lawsuits and agreeing to pay customers who are affected, often without needing proof of purchase. So you don't necessarily have to prove all the time that you purchased the thing and to get the payout. So places to find the class action lawsuits are topclassactions.com and classaction.org. These are great websites to go check out. I'm gonna print out a PDF, and it'll be attached in the description of the video, so you can print it out for yourself and check it off and go through every single one to find money that you could be owed. Tip with the class action lawsuits is that sign up for their newsletters for these websites to get notified when settlements open. So that's something you can do today. A couple notes about why there are class action lawsuits, some reasons behind them. Sometimes it's false advertising. In the case of a soda brand right now, there's one because they claim to have probiotics in their soda, and there's a whole class action lawsuit against that, and you don't need proof of purchase. Product defects. Oh, there's an antitrust class action lawsuit against Blue Cross Blue Shield right now, so there's all sorts of reasons. All right, the next category is unclaimed money from the government. That could include old bank accounts, utility deposits, insurance payouts, and paychecks, etc. So there's a lot of unclaimed money sitting and waiting for you, possibly, or your loved one. You can help a parent or a child look for this info. Where to check? You can look at missingmoney.com, which is a nationally supported website. You can look at your state's Department Treasury or Comptroller's office. The IRS tax refund checks. If undelivered, the IRS has a section where you can look, it says, where's my refund? So these are great ways to find, you just don't know what payouts you were meant to receive that you didn't receive. So this is absolutely worth checking. A good tip is you'll look up your info, and it could just be a few dollars, or it could be a lot of money. I've heard people found $800, $1,200. I looked for my mom, and they have it by state or nationally, and she certainly had a little over $100. It's not a lot, but it's something. All right, the next category is IRS credits or forgotten refunds. What you're going to do is do a little research and see if you qualify for any of these. For example, the Earned Income Tax Credit, EITC, that is for lower income individuals and families, or the Recovery Rebate Credit, which is if you didn't get your full stimulus payment. This you can look and see if you're owed money. Another one is amended returns. You have 3 years to amend your returns, so always give that a try and see. Oh, my friend actually just told me a story just last week where he amended last year's taxes, his tax return, and they got a bunch of money back because he made like one mistake that compounded. So you just never know. Always worth a look into. And one helpful hint is to go on the irs.gov/credits/deductions and see on there what you could be missing. All right, the next category is old retirement accounts or pension funds. I love this one because my friend didn't remember that she put a bunch of money in an IRA, and she put probably just a bare minimum amount, and then they just rediscovered it, and it was at $30,000. She had no idea. That was found free money at this point. That just accrued money by sitting there. So definitely look into your old jobs, your old pensions, any retirement accounts you might have forgotten about, maybe ones that your name is on, but somebody else, like an ex-spouse, is on it too. Okay, a couple good places to check for this information are pbgc.gov/search, which is for unclaimed unclaimed pensions, or the National Registry of Unclaimed Retirement Benefits, or just call previous employers directly and see what they have waiting for you. All right, this is another great category: failed bank accounts or brokerage accounts. Sometimes when banks fail, they still owe you money, and a lot of the times that money was FDIC insured. So look into all of these options as well. Okay, where to look? Check the FDIC unclaimed funds section of their website. That's directly from failed banks. That's what it will be. Or you can go to your old banks or credit unions and ask directly, or the SEC's investor.gov. So that's a great place to trace lost brokerage accounts. And don't forget, I know this is a lot of legwork, but it's definitely legwork that is worth it. And you just never know. I promise you some more stories are coming up that are really have really happy endings. The next category is student loan refunds or forgiveness. You might qualify for a forgiveness program or a refund. Some people overpaid their student loans and don't know about it. So look in to see if you can get it reduced, forgiven, or something in there that you can qualify for. Places to look are SSA.gov, PSLF, that stands for Public Service Loan Forgiveness, and IDR, Income Driven Repayment. That can do a plan correction for you based on your income. So the tip here is, depending on your plan, you may be eligible for a plan correction. So look into that. That could really help you out. The next category is health related. Hospitals often have charity care or debt relief options. So let's look into those too. If you have some medical debt you're dealing with, or you anticipate it due to something coming up. Many hospitals have financial assistance programs, or might even forget debt retroactively. I've known this to happen. So what you do is you ask for the hospital's financial assistance policy, or look online. It's worth a look just in case, if you could even minimize whatever medical debt you might have. These places sometimes just require a squeaky wheel. You just have to sometimes do the extra work. I know that in many cases, for example, therapy sessions for a loved one of mine, we worked with the hospital and got those prices down, the out-of-pocket cost for those sessions down, due to being the squeaky wheel and requesting assistance. The next category is state tax credits or utility rebates. There are a lot of rebates for things like being energy efficient, so let's look at a few of them. But this category could be a video unto itself, but here's some ideas. So there are often solar or appliance rebates, energy efficient home upgrades, or local tax credits like for childcare or for renters assistance. So this is a very big category, and I bet there's something in there that you could qualify for. All right, where to look? You check your state's Department of Energy, Revenue, or Public Utilities. Checking that might also help you. For example, if you own a home and you want to make some smart choices financially, you could go reference that to help guide your choices going forward. So even if you don't own a home, or you do but you haven't done anything yet, this could help make an educated decision. So you might decide to install certain energy saving appliances or solar paneling based on the list that you see from your state as a rebate. So check it out just to even help you make educated choices. All right, this is maybe my favorite one on the list, or it's at least the top two. And it's the Social Security back pay or missed benefits. I love this one because what we discovered is for my mom that she was owed $18,000 in back pay from Social Security, and now also gets, going forward, a monthly stipend. This is money that was owed to her that we just didn't realize based on a new law change that happened recently, but she got this credit even from somebody that she is now divorced from. But this qualified her during the 16 years of marriage. So you never know, and again, you might need to be 65 or older, or is it 68? I'm not sure, but you might need to qualify for Social Security in order to be able to start receiving these payments. But if you have a loved one you can look into it for them, and then if you're not now, keep it in mind for when you are. So some things you might be eligible for are delayed retirement credits if you waited to claim, retroactive lump sums, which, like I said, it really happens. I have real stories. Or spousal survivor benefits not claimed. That's hard to say 3 times in a row. All right, where do you find this? You go to SSA.gov, that's Social Security Administration, and you're probably going to have to wait online a couple hours at least to then speak to a representative to get the ball in motion, but then it'll be in motion. All right, this category sort of overlaps with others, but it's refunds from Amazon, Google, Apple, etc. These big name companies that we tend to use a lot. There are some unclaimed settlements with them that you might not be aware of, and you might be owed money. So you can look into those specifically. Some examples are, there was an Apple Books or App Store settlement, Amazon price adjustments for defective items that you might be owed some money off of an adjustment, or the Google Play Store settlement over antitrust claims. So there have been settlements that you might qualify for some money for. All right, where to find them? You probably received emails at times that you just didn't trust. I know I just delete those emails like crazy. So if you didn't see it in an email, you can go to the top class actions or one of those class action lawsuits and look up there. You can just put Google or Apple or whatever in the search bar and see what pops up and what you qualify for. All right, the last one for now are local grants and guaranteed income programs. What it is that cities and states sometimes offer hardship grants or pilot programs for assistance. So this is definitely also worth checking into. A couple places to look are California's Guaranteed Income Pilot. That was a program that they had going. I'm not sure if that still is, but it's a good example and you can look it up and see if there's one in your state. New York and Chicago had emergency grant programs. And I'm not even just talking during the pandemic, but they have it at other times too. So these are things that these places try out, and you can see if they're happening now or if there's something retroactive you might qualify for. All right, where to look? Look at your local city or county websites or go to benefits.gov. Finishing this video out strong in the Rose Garden in San Jose, California. Just want to say thank you for watching. If this interests you at all, I have a lot of new videos coming your way. So follow, share with somebody who might be interested. And if you want the PDF that sort of lists a good breakdown of everything shared in this video, sign up for my email list in the link below. It'll be in the description of this video. And I promise you not to spam, because I literally have no reason to email you anything other than the PDF at this time. So thank you again, and I'm excited to share.